Hello everyone. Okay, so as most of you know, my name is Bonju and I am here to share with you a devotional, and it's going to be on the topic that I've been studying for a while now. I would say a month or so. It's on the study of love. The context in which I'm going to speak about love is practical love, showing practical love. So the reason why I decided to start this study is because in the Bible it talks about, in the book of Mark 12 verses 30, when Jesus was asked what the greatest commandment was, he said to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. So having read that, I thought to myself, so what is love? Like, what does love look like? I know what love feels like because I have family, I have friends that I really love, and I feel love for them. So I get happy around them. It's reflected in the way they make me feel, when they do things for me or when I do things for them. Is motivated by that. Like, love is the motivation. So quickly, love is the motivation. If you're part of the Flow Rivers family, you know that love is our motivation. So that's another reason why I decided to study love. So I know what it feels like. So I decided to go into a deep study as to what love really is. Like, how do I really show love, apart from the feeling of it? You know, the Bible demands, or Jesus says, that we have to love God first, and then we have to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. And so, yeah, that really got me on the journey of studying love. So my main scripture for today, I'm going to take you from the book of 1 Corinthians. It's a popular one. Many of you have heard this being read during like marriages or wedding ceremonies. I'm going to read it quickly because I've got 5 minutes. I'm running out of time. So the NIV version says that love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, these will cease. Where there are tongues, these will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. So I read from verses 4 to 8, 1 Corinthians 13, 4 to 8. So right there, it describes what love really is. If you were to show love, love is patient. I'm going to read quickly it's the Message version, because I thought this was quite interesting. It gives you like a proper understanding of what it is. It says love never gives up, love cares more for others than for self. I'm going to stop there and just encourage you that in this season we're in, just think about the greatest commandment that God has, or Jesus is God, asked us to keep. You know, the rich man came to him, if you know the context to which he spoke on that, you know, saying, I've done this, and done that. And Jesus said, Jesus was asked, what is the greatest commandment? I'm talking about a different context, so I'll come back to where I was reading in the book of the verse I just read, which was in Mark 12:30. So when Jesus was asked what is the greatest commandment, he said to love the Lord your God, and then to love your neighbor as yourself. So when Jesus was talking about this, I lost my train of thought. So the season we're in with the coronavirus happening, there's so much love that is lacking. And I just wanted to encourage you that just to go back to the scripture I just read, which again is in Mark. First I read Mark 12 verses 30, and also 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 8, just to go back and just see what love really is, and to show that to our neighbor. You know, there's so many, the government has rolled out this new project where they've asked people to volunteer to deliver food to vulnerable people and to help vulnerable people. And in this season we're in, I just wanted to encourage you to just think about what Jesus has asked of us in terms of his disciples. The Bible later talks about how by this shall men know that you are my disciples, when you show love one to another. That's in the book of John 13:35. Love is evidence of you being a disciple of Christ. So just to go back into those scriptures and just see what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love thinks about others more than itself. So So just take that on and just show practical love in the season we're in today. Hope you're encouraged, and yeah, show love. God bless.